Welcome back to the channel. This is episode 1 of Mission Break 90. If you're new to the channel, my name is Kieran. I am a high handicap golfer and I'm documenting the process of learning the game of golf. I started up at a 34 handicap and I've been working my way down over the last year. For this series, I am trying to break 90 for the first time. And you may think that the logical first video of this series would be a course video. However, it's England. The weather has been absolutely terrible and I've been unable to go out and play this week. The first video is actually me going through my short game practice. So we're starting off here doing one of the drills that I've done on the channel before. I'm starting off about 30 yards out from the flag and I've given myself 10 balls and the goal is to get at least 60% of them on the green. Starting off relatively strong here. I get the first 3 on the green. And then shanks. So then set up for the next shot, do the same thing. And here at this point I'm thinking like, what's going on? Line up for the next shot, do it again. It's 3 in a row. Surely, 4th time, I can get it back on the green. Nope. Nope, another shank. There we go. 5th time lucky. Get back onto the green, and then away we go again. So, don't know what happened there. Bit of a reset, and was able to get things going again. So obviously, didn't get 60% on the green that time, so restarted the drill. And for context here, hitting off a mat, on our course, it's compulsory for mat, so I figured I'd just get the same sort of practice in with a mat too. So first shot, basically in line with the pin, really good shot. Second one hits it off to the left, but still on the green. Third shot, front of the green. 4th at the back, 5th at the front, 6th at the back, 7th pin high to the right, 8th at the back, and 10th just in front of the flag. So really happy. We got 10 out of 10, so moved back a little bit further. Here we're hitting from about 70 yards. I also have this tendency to flip my hands when I'm using the shorter clubs, so my typical miss with it is over to the left, and you can see just here that I did that. Second shot was good, 3rd shot good as well, 4th perfect, 6th another shank, 7th back to usual, 8th all good as well, and then 9th good. So there was a few that landed just a little shorter, but really happy with how that one went. So again, moved it back. We went all the way back to 100 yards this time. So kicking things off, 100 yards out. Really nice, bit of a draw there. Push the second one. 3rd one again to the left, 4th the same, 5th the same, 6th the same, shank. So just resetting, composing myself, making sure I'm getting that right movement there. Okay, back to normal again. Onto the green, shank. And then overcorrected myself, went all the way over to the left on that side. So this one wasn't as good. I think I got 5 onto the green. I decided to redo that one. I wasn't particularly happy with it, so restarting, hooked that one. That one was good. Third was good. Fourth, good. Fifth, pushed it. Sixth, cooked it. Same again with the seventh. Eighth, the same. 9, just a bit to the left. And then 10th was bang on. So got 6 onto the green there. We take that and move on. Really happy with that. So then we were doing some edge of the green chipping, focusing on just getting up and down towards the front flag. Using Dagri's release 2, which I feel like is really helping for this sort of lie. So here this green slopes majorly from left to right, so I'm aiming left deliberately to try and get it to roll down. At the moment I'm just trying to figure out the pacing here, and a lot of them are rolling out long as well. Generally speaking that was okay, but I gave a bit of a reset, focused on hitting the front flag, and I was really able to dial it in here. As you can see, loads of them in and around 6 foot, which is really good. I could definitely get up and down with a load of these, so very happy with how that turned out. Then the next drill I'm working on is typically just an up and down drill, so I give myself 3 balls for each flag on the green, and I'm trying to get them as close as possible, and then going over and putting them in. I give myself 1 point for an up and down, and I give myself 2 for just a complete hole out. My record with this so far is 8, so I was really trying to beat that. But my putting just wasn't on it today. General theme was I was getting good pace, just the wrong line. So I wasn't happy with that. So I just gave myself just another practice on that. I wasn't going to count it anyway. And I missed. Apologies for the angle on this. I need to get myself a tripod for when I am hitting on the green. So I was really happy with that one. Nice long put from the edge of the green, sunk it nicely. And this one I just lined up completely wrong. You can see I'm aiming to the right of the flag, and that's exactly where the ball went. And then here, some long puts on the furthest flag. Again, was quite happy with the pacing, just wasn't getting them to drop as I would like. And we're on for a really low score here. And I just gave up at that point. Wasn't going to get anywhere close to the score I needed. So I moved to a different location around the green, and I did the same drill. So it seemed like today I just had this tendency to pull a lot of my putts. I just wasn't lining up correctly and then trying to overcompensate with that, and it just meant that things weren't sinking. This horribly crooked flag. Again, decent pace, but just wasn't good enough, so restarted the drill. Here I had some really nice chips, and I got 2 really close, and I also chipped in on the furthest flag, so super happy about that. It's always nice to see. So we start off the putting being on a score of 2. So that one just pulled off to the left-hand side. And again, same again, I just didn't read that the slope did that. But then I sunk that one in onto 3 points. Here for a longer putt, 4 points. Again, just slightly off on that. There we go. So we set up with 4 points for this up and down drill. All in all, from this side of things, although I do feel the most confident, still massively inconsistent. Need to figure out what I'm doing with those random shanks, and then also really need to dial in the putting. I feel like, especially in that drill towards the end, I was rushing, wasn't lining anything up, and wasn't committing at all to those shots. So a bit of improvement I need to get in there. And then generally speaking, looking in towards my training moving forward, I need to really dial in my longer game. So if you want to keep track on how I'm progressing, feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.